Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I have a T-54 lightweight game as provided to me by Funreal. Funreal, of course, is joined by his trusty platoon mate T-Flat in the T-54, the original Tier 9 medium. So, the T-54 lightweight, a vehicle I don't own or have not played and have not featured on the channel before, seems to me like a very nice little piece of kit. Much more agile than the T-54, and the T-54 is quite agile already. Good acceleration, good rate of fire with the gun, I believe, but similar problem with gun depression and penetration. Now, the penetration of this gun is only 175 with AP rounds and 235 with APCR premium, and also HE, but you know, HE is not designed for penetrating a lot of armor. But, as you can see, Funreal does not have any APCR, so it's just down to 175 penetration, 27 rounds, and 7 rounds of HE. Which means you don't have a lot of ammo to play with, but at least you don't have a huge long reload like an autoloader if you miss all of your shots, but the autoloader, you know, AMX 1390 has its purpose. 220 damage into T-54's lower plate, well, lower right track. Takes 2 bounces there, one from a Indian Panzer, I think, and one from something over there that's unspotted. So, the armor is similar to a T-54 in terms of its layout, not in terms of its thickness. 180mm on the front of the turret is very nice for a light tank though, and 80 on the front upper plate. Much more than any other light tank in the game. The LTTB is also similar to the T-54 lightweight in terms of having quite effective armor and sloping, but again it's not as thick as that of this. So compared to things like the RU-251 and the WZ-132, you can somewhat, not reliably, use your armor, but you will get a few more bounces than those 2 tanks I just mentioned. So Funreal's waiting around a little bit here. He's waiting for that spot on that M41. Fortunately misses. The gun is not hugely accurate and it has a reasonable aim time. I don't actually know the exact aim time. I would have to look it up, but I hazard a guess it's over 2.2 seconds, probably around that, maybe a little bit more, it depends on the crew obviously. Looking at a T-54, not enough gun depression, but he's waiting for that T-54 to do something stupid. Oh, tunnel visioning, focuses on him, and he bounces a shot in the front of his turret, and T-Flat in the T-54 takes him down. Nice bit of distract gameplay there. T-29, reload, fire on the move, no problem, 242 damage. I think the average damage is around 250 with this gun, so not as good as those Tier 9 100mm, but never mind. Good side shot into the T-54 Mod 1, another Tier 8 tank, but obviously medium and premium, which has a better front upper plate and turret front. Gets hit there, never mind. Takes a HE splash and knocks, well, distracts are knocked off, but it doesn't penetrate. Gets one good shot into the side of the M41 when it's not paying attention. Another HE splash. I believe the T-29 thinks its armor is not as good as, well, it actually is, and now he can just circle strafe him all day long. Very, very nice here. And T-29, he came down the hill. He should have stayed where he was, as it would have meant that not T-Flat, Funreal here would have had to accelerate up the hill. I mean, it wouldn't have taken them that long. Side shot on IS-3, bit of a high roll there, quite nice. Up to 2,200 damage done. Another T-54 on the enemy team. Salty players. Pretty standard, really. Indian Panzer. Not a tank I played either, but the angling and the shape of the front of the turret makes it quite quite thick. Goes for the side and doesn't penetrate, which is bizarre. It gets a critical hit on probably the viewports of the cupola. Unfortunately, the Indian Panzer turns his turret just in time to receive that shell to the front, otherwise it would have penetrated his side and he would have got the kill. Let's see if we can come at him from a different angle before the AMX CDC gets there, or the M41. No, the CDC got there, never mind. But you can see the acceleration of this vehicle is quite good. And I think he just saved that AMX CDC from getting completely obliterated from the Jagdtiger by mistake. Nudged him out the way so the Jagdtiger's aim was slightly off, but maybe that was just luck, I don't actually know. The Jagdtiger is moving out in the open, and it has a big old side profile of 80mm of side armor. Sees the ST1 though and wants to get the hell out of dodge. That vehicle is not something you want to fight in a light tank, even if you do have some armor. But thankfully for him, the ST1 is stock. Well, partially stock anyway, stock turret, but the intermediate gun, or the top gun from the IS-3, but it gets taken down from an IS-3, and he turns his attention back to the Jagdtiger. Up to 3,500 damage done, and now he can just unload all day into this guy's bum. Oh dear. And he's not going to get away from a speedy little light tank such as this. And the Jagdtiger has other problems as well, including that IS-3, who he manages to bounce a shot from fair enough, but this gun reloads quite rapidly, and another Jagdtiger gets a good shot into him, and he secures the kill for that last 186 damage. So, 2 kills, 4,208 damage in total, with 18 hits. Quite a nice little tank, if I do say so myself. So Funreal, well played, and T-Flat, of course, getting 4 kills of his own in the T-54. So, let's have a look at the post-game results for this Siegfried Line game. So, very quickly now, a Mastery Badge, Spotter, Bruiser, 5 for effect, almost 40,000 credits, 1,395 experience on a standard account, and this is not for a ×2 one of the day. Confederate and high caliber as well. Team score, top on experience, base experience, and damage. So, I know it was only a tier 9 match, and tier 8 light tanks do get matched up as if they're tier 9s. So, you know, you may be thinking 4,000 damage is a bit like, whatever. But still, 4,000 damage is really quite something for a light tank. And especially to come top of the team. The IS-3, 3,500 damage of his own on the enemy team, almost. So, well played to him. 26 shots fired, 23 hits, 18 penetrations. Good accuracy. Unfortunately, the penetration is a bit lacking, so some of those didn't go through. But still totaling that damage number. Did a little bit of damage to a friendly rather. I believe that was probably the AMX when he rammed him and actually saved his life, I think. At least that's what it looked like. And almost blocking 1,000 hit points. Now, considering the vehicle doesn't have that much health in the first place, that's quite a good amount of health. And the rest of the stats you can see for yourselves. So, the T-54 Lightweight. I think it's quite a good vehicle. Some have complained it is a bit too good compared to T-44, or I believe there was speculation over it, but the T-54 is a light tank and the T-44 is a medium tank, and some people think the T-44 is a good tank anyway. Again, I haven't played it since like 3 years ago, so I thought it was complete trash back then, and I think it's been buffed several times since, so but that's the T-44. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and thank you to Funreal for sending in the replay. As always, you can send in replays if you have a game that you want to share. I'll put the email in the description below. And as always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.